everyone, welcome back to Stella Rosebella, where I talk about the latest Asian drama, music, and shows. Today I want to talk to you all about the story, the script of Dou Luo Continent, like sort of what I feel about the drama story itself. And yeah, and I will not break it down, but I'll talk about how I feel about it. From this video on, I'll have other videos talking about different topics, but today I want to focus on the story for the. So as I mentioned on the previous video, the first video that I uploaded about Dou Luo Continent and like my first impressions of the drama, I mentioned that I have not read the book, I have not watched the anime before. All I know is that the scriptwriter for the drama is Wang Juan, who is the same scriptwriter for Joy of Life. So for that, because of how I see how he like wrote Joy of Life, I was very confident about the script for this drama as well. So I have no background whatsoever of what this drama, like the story, this world, what it is about. So first off, I feel like one thing that he did really well for the drama is that for me, who's never read the book before, he sort of gave different sort of like information about this world, this Dou Luo Continent. What is this place? Who are these people? How do people get, not how do people get, but what is Wuhun? And sort of like talking about the different types of Wuhun. Even though he didn't, like, no character really stated like what types of Wuhun each person has, but when Tang San went to do the Wuhun Juexing, you see that, oh, there's like different types. There's like tools, there's like plants or animals, so like different types of Wuhun that each person has, which I feel like that sort of glimpse of that sort of shows the audience like, oh, okay, this is what this is about. And from the first episode, you sort of get to know who Tang San is, the character, and then you find out that the person that comes to the village to sort of do this like Wuhun Juexing is from Wuhun Dian. And he went home and told his dad like, oh, this person from Wuhun Dian told me that I should go to this thing that's happening tomorrow so I can see like what's my Wuhun. And his dad's like, don't go. And after even when he left, his dad told him like, if you want to be a Hun Shi, don't go into Wuhun Dian. You could do like whatever, but you promised me don't go there. And so you sort of get a sense of like his dad knows about this place and his dad knows about all these things that his son mentions to him. So you sort of like, first you know the name of this place, and everyone says like, you'll hear from other characters like, oh, this place is like one of like the top, like really like everyone wants to get in there, or like stuff like that along those lines, okay? And then secondly, you don't know much about Tang San's parents. His dad is sort of like secretive about like his mom and like everything about their past. And so yeah, and everyone just doesn't know much, but you sort of get clues of like Tang San's parents, like there's a backstory to them, and this Wuhun Dian, like what is this, like this place that his dad doesn't want him to be in. The plot of the drama that ties everything together and this whole like focus on is all related to Changkui Shueyuan. I'm pronouncing the name of the Shueyuan wrong. I listened to it, I don't know why, it sounded really funny to me and it's wrong, I know. And this Shueyuan has been going around trying to give people this medicine that's related to their Wuhun, and basically planning on something and scheming stuff. And Tang San finds out that the person behind it could be his dad. He's scared that it might be his dad. So that's why he wants to find out like who's behind all of this. Secondly, like what are they planning to do? They're trying to like get all these people to do something. And their focus is to kill Bibi Dong, basically. And so that's like the plot of like the base of everything that puts everything together, which I feel like that's great, because in a lot of dramas I feel like there's always like a plot or like a thesis of the story, and it sort of goes off of the main point, the focus of the story. That's how I feel a lot of the times in a lot of dramas. In this drama, it does have different like storylines that also like talking about like the CPs and like all these different characters and the team of 7 and like the teachers, like, you know, their story and everything. Even though these were added into the story and made this story much more like so cool and everything, it doesn't go off of the focus of this whole thing that's happening, is who is behind this academy, and if his dad, Tang San's dad, is behind this whole thing, and what is this person trying to do. I feel like in this sense, that story of like this story really stands in this whole drama, which I feel like the scriptwriter Wang Juan did a great job in terms of like focusing on this whole like idea. So how did this all like focus on this drama? So it all happened when the yuanzhang wanted all of the students, the 6 of them, to go into a village because someone's house was on fire or whatever, and they need someone to find out like what happened. And they basically found Ma Hongjun, who becomes the student, like their classmate later. And the village leader, someone told the village leader to give these medicine to people, and Tang San didn't like that idea, and he's like, why did he give you this medicine? Like, they want to find out like who's behind this thing. And then they found the person, and the person's like, you know, if you touch this book or whatever, you can go find it in my stuff. And he actually had like this powder, it was basically poison, and Xiaowu got poisoned, and so they had to find the antidote. And he's like, well, you have to find this person, the person at the academy, to help you sort of like 解毒. And so from that storyline on, it sort of like slowly led into like first knowing the existence of the academy, and then slowly like finding more and more about like different academies and different people. And I feel like that's a great way to go into like this story of like knowing the existence of the academy, and then meeting the person, someone from the academy. And yeah, so I felt like that in a sense it flowed very well. Obviously, Wang Juan, I noticed in Joy of Life there's like comedy bits to the story, and in this drama as well there's comedy bits in it as well. One of the things is the grandpa, the Dou Luo, he basically, you know, Dou is like poison. So his granddaughter is poisoned, and he needed Tang San to help him to 解毒. And so Tang San's like, oh, I can use my Lang Tao to help her. And he's like, if, you know, sort of like the blood transfusion thing, he's like, wait, if I do that, I'm gonna use up all my blood. So what's gonna happen to me? I'm gonna die. And then the grandpa was like, I don't care about you, I just care about my granddaughter. So I just found it really funny because the scriptwriter does sort of think about the audience. It's like, wait, if that really does happen, and like, you know, in reality this person may, you know, die if, you know, he really uses his blood, like all of it, to like transfuse and everything. So I thought that was really funny. And the way how it was done, I felt like it was like a modern day technology type of thing. So that was really cool. Another thing is when they all went to the royalty place, and one of the students was very excited to hear that his Shishong invited these people to come, and he's like, oh, where are these like strong like 魂师? And then because they have been traveling for so long, they were so hungry, there was like basically fruits and everything on the table, and they started like eating and everything, and he walked in when they were eating and they were like looking at him and they were looking at each other. It was hilarious. And that like pause on the screen, it was so funny. He's like, what? He's like, you guys are the people? But the way that like Tang-san and everything looks, it was hilarious. I just laughed at that thing. That was really cute, but later that guy was mean, so I didn't like that guy anyway. Another thing is, I'm not sure if Wang Juan intentionally did this, but there's like some science elements to it. Science is not my strong subjects, definitely not. And there was one like battle, like fight scene where Tang-san is like floating in the air, and the team, the academy that they were fighting against, they're all like fire, using fire and everything. And the competitor was like, you can't fly, like it's not your Wu Huan. He's like, well, because you guys are all like all focused, like their fire all on us, the air and everything. It's like I guess the concept of like, you know how the hot air balloon like floats up to the air, I guess like that idea. I'm not really sure, but that's how I understood that scene. And I was like, oh, okay. And also there's another scene where like Tang-san meets Ma Hong-jun for the first time, and he went to help Ma Hong-jun, like help him calm down and everything. And Ma Hong-jun, he's like, you know, fire and a phoenix and everything. He's like all fire. And Tang-san was like shaking him. And the reason why his hand didn't burn is because he has the Xuan Yu Shou, something like that. It's like, I guess like something that he got from his parents, like that book that his dad told him to keep practicing on. I guess that's why. And his clothes got burned, it was like holes on it. So now the ending and the beginning. I feel like I have to go and watch the first episode again and the last episode again, because now I am confused as to what's going on, because Wang Juan actually wrote on Weibo saying that this theory that fans have for the drama, for the first episode, of how like Tang-san is dreaming and like everything that we see right now is actually him dreaming and this is not reality. But at the end, you hear his mom talking to him, telling Tang-san to wake up. So because I can't wait that long, like after I finished watching the drama, I went to watch the anime and see how the story goes on. And so I was like, is this like where his, like, he transforms into like a, because his Lion Tao is actually not a, everyone tells him it's a useless Wu Huan, but it's actually not, because his mom is actually like the royalty, I guess, in a sense, for the Lion Tao. So I don't know how to explain it, but basically that it's like a, it's very special. Basically, it's not a useless or not that weak. It's a very strong Lion Tao. So I was like, oh, okay. And so like in that process, like in the anime, he had to wake up this like part of him that's inside of him that his mom gave him. And so everyone's thinking like, is that the phase that we see at the end? Like, is that how the second season is gonna open? Because you hear his mom telling him to wake up and like everything. So I don't know. I don't know how the second season's gonna start. Everyone's excited for the second season. I am as well. And there are rumors online that nobody knows when it'll film. That's one thing Wang Juan already said on Weibo. Like, is not, you know, he doesn't make the decision about like, you know, what dramas get into production. He's like, I'm only a scriptwriter, so I don't have any control as to like whatever. It's all based on the producers and the company and everything. A lot of things go into it. And then secondly, another thing is that I feel like I think it depends on the actors, like their schedule, and if they have everyone come back, that's awesome because they love their team and everything. So I'm excited for season 2. I don't know when season 2 will happen, but I'm excited for that. So this is all I have for this video, talking about the script and like the story for the drama. Obviously I'm not gonna compare the drama to the novel, because the novel obviously get into really details and a lot of things. So yeah, and that's what I want to say about that. And the next videos that I'll have, it's gonna be a different theme, but it's all related to the drama as well. Right now I am watching 山河令, which I really like a lot. I also read the novel 天涯客. Oh my gosh, I'm so gonna do videos on that as well. So anyways, I will see you in the next video. Let me know which was your favorite scene in the drama, what's your favorite storyline, favorite character. Let me know in the comments below. If you like videos like this, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, and let me know what's your favorite scene, who's your favorite character from the drama. And yes, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!